Hello everybody, this is Furniture Bob and welcome to race number 19 of the 2020-21 NROL Siemens National Series season. This is the Hot Wheels 300 at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. That's right, we're back at this track for another weekend of racing. This time with a couple other series and stuff, and Siemens National Series has definitely been a rather interesting season for them this year, and well, let's see how the interest continues today in Charlotte, but yeah, not the most interesting race last weekend, but it was quite cool seeing Russell David finally get his first career win in anything, and of course the racing up to that was pretty interesting as well. So let's see what happens today. So let's now give you a starting grid right now. So Kyle Busch in the pole for this race, alongside second is Casey Nico, third is Hotwheels Post, fourth is John Doe, fifth is Ross Chastain, sixth is DJ Reed, seventh is Noah Gragson, eighth is Nathan Amond, ninth is Austin Murray, 10th is Russell David, 11th is AJ Allmendinger, 12th is Matthew Brown, 13th is Nia, 14th is Keisha Richardson, 15th is Daniel Hemrick, 16th is Peter McShane, 17th is Anthony Logan, 18th is Brian Sieg, 19th is Chase Briscoe, 20th is Dane Blue, 21st is Sebastian Catalan, 22nd is Harrison Burton, 23rd is Texas, 24th is Henry, 25th is Jason Neely, 26th is Greg Graff, 27th is Justin Allgaier, 28th is Austin, 29th is Mike Snyder, 30th is Cody Goforth, 31st is Jose Mills, 32nd is Zach Piswai Sr., 33rd is Michael Lynette, 34th is Ed Wood, 35th is Tyler Matthew, 36th is Ed Brandon Jones, 37th is Riley Herbst, 38th is Ernie Irvin, 39th is Bob Hunter, 40th is Shane Lamb, 41st is Jeff Green, and 42nd in last is Can't Drive. Yes. Alright. So, stacked starting grid, and yeah, one thing I almost forgot to mention is, well, one I'm going to mention right now actually, is Kyle Busch is back. Yep, Kyle Busch is making his final of 4 starts in a lower tier series, and Kyle Busch figured he would do it at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, because just last weekend he ran the truck series race here, and that race ended badly. But I do apologize if there's any banging from Mr. Bangy. It's a bit windy today, and I have no way of tying down Mr. Bangy, so we're gonna have to deal with that. Hopefully the wind levels out a bit as we go on. Anyway, yes, Kyle Busch is back, making his second of 2 starts in the Siemens Nash Series, his 4th of 4 starts in a lower division race. And last week things didn't actually go too well for Kyle Busch in either race that he was in. Yeah, he was actually running pretty well in the truck series race until he got involved in a mid-race crash, which ended his day. And then in the All-Star race, he didn't really do anything of note. So that's it, though. He's got 2 more races to run this week, including this one and tomorrow's big race. But let's see how he does today. Now, he does have a win in the series. He did win his race in the Siemens Nash Series back in Phoenix. So let's see if we can repeat history today in the same way that Chase Elliott did just last week in the truck series. Alright, here we go. Field coming to the stripe. And green flag is in the air for the Hot Wheels 300 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And Casey Nico out to a bit of a launch here. And there's Hotwheels Post behind him in second. Hotwheels Post is a driver that I haven't really talked about too much this season, although he's one of the about more sports rookies, so you would think that I'll talk about him a little. That you would think we'd talk about him a little bit more. Also, Russell David back in the over 9,000 car for the second week in a row. And initially he was scheduled to drive the Kaulig number 16 car for this race, but since Russell David won last week in the over 9,000 car, they figured they would, or not last week, a few weeks ago, they figured they would put Russell David back in the over 9,000 car to see if he can repeat success. Well, right now he's not quite repeating success, but that could happen later today. However, Hotwheels, however, is another top motorsport driver who is now leading, as you can see. Yes. So, Hotwheels. Let's see what he can do today. Also, I have turned down the difficulty rating on these guys a little bit, because they were just a little bit too fast last week, so turned down just a little bit to hopefully prevent bigger crashes from happening. Meanwhile, Ross Chastain, he's another one. Okay, another one. He's one that had a very bad season. And here he's running up to second. And Chastain, he'll be racing in tomorrow's big cup event. But it looks like he wants to make the most of today as well. And here he goes, Ross Chastain beneath Ubi Lexenpulse. And they're side by side. Yep, side by side between Ross Chastain and Ubi Lexenpulse. And here comes Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch got shuffled back a little bit, but he's now making his way back up to the pack here. And Kyle Busch surges beneath Ubi Lexenpulse and now is working on getting to Chastain. Kyle Busch went 0 for 2 in trucks, and now he's trying to go 2 for 2 in Siemens Nash Series. Also, David, who was up here, actually got pretty far shuffled back in this race. It's not over until it's over, so might be playing his comeback. And Kyle Busch now chasing down Ross Chastain. And Chastain, his season's been very, very bad. There's only one race that he actually, you know, did well, and that was the race that he won at New Smyrna. Other than that, he really hasn't had a good season at all. Ubi Lexenpulse has now gone to the back end of Kyle Busch. Yeah, the regular is trying to race the Cup veteran very hard as Ubi Lexenpulse goes beneath Kyle Busch. It's been a while since we've seen Ubi Lexenpulse up here, so let's see if we can go for a second victory this season. Alright, so far no big crashes in this race, so it looks like that turning down the difficulty a little bit has helped. You know, I mean, it was interesting seeing the big crashes last week. Well, in both series, but this week things are a little bit better, which is good. And Kyle Busch now being sent 3 wide for third as Can't Drive is about to impact this race a bit. And here's Keyshawn Richardson now going battle to wheel to wheel with Kyle Busch. Yeah, the series regular making this a proper challenge for the Candyman Kyle Busch. And here's Can't Drive. Alright, top two gonna go right around Can't Drive with absolutely no problems at all. Ooh, some drivers have been worse luck than others. And here's Ubi Lexenpulse now trying to get around Ross Chastain. And Can't Drive is scraping the wall. And Ubi Lexenpulse is trying to go for it. But Chastain now leading this one. And that's some yellow lights. Yes, sir, caution is out. First caution of the day. I think it might be involving Can't Drive. Alright, well, first caution of the day is gonna fly. We'll find out the reason in a moment. But at least we made it this far, and it doesn't look like the crash was very big, so we're just gonna have a lot of clean cars. Let's see what happened. And it looks like it didn't involve. Oh no, it was Can't Drive and another guy. Although it was also bought. I think it was. Well, let's see. And oh wow! Right at the back end of the field. No wonder we had no wonder we've had so many clean cars. It's because there was nobody really to get involved. Can't Drive just gets involved in a stack up with some of the lap down, or Yeah, look at that. Russell, I mean, well, yeah, Russell David goes bomb by, and so does a lot of other drivers. And then goes Riley Herbst. And now only 2 cars have to pass Can't Drive. And Bob Hunter, though, gets caught up with Can't Drive, and Ernie Irvin gets involved as well. Ernie Irvin gonna get run on by Bob Hunter, gonna get hit again by Can't Drive. Wow. Well, we made it this far. And with that being said, that wasn't even a big crash. I mean, it could have been. But luckily it happened at the tail end of the field, so only 2 drivers got involved, and the 2 drivers in question were back markers that nobody really talks about. But cautions are regardless, so now it's time to line them all up and go again. Well, I guess now mid-race analysis, can I just say, I don't know what's up with Russell Davies. He's just fallen off like a rock in this race. He was up in 10th, and he has fallen all the way back down to 33rd. So let's hope we can use this caution as a way of, you know, regaining some spots. Looks like, however, it was going to come down for a pit stop. A little bit early for that, but alright. Early race early race pit stops are now occurring. And there's the wind. Hope it doesn't knock the power out. Okay, looks like someone has stayed out though. And I can't see them. Oh, it's Can't Drive. Okay, well because he's a lap down car. Alright, we'll see if one coming on pit road. And here we go. Okay, various positions are changing here. Some drivers moving on up, some drivers falling down a bit. Casey Nanico, by the way, you came down pit road in 5th. It's now falling back down to 11th, so position changes are occurring as we're doing things. Keyshawn Richardson, who was in 3rd, is now up to 1st. A lot of stuff changing here. Actually, I see lots of stuff changing. There's not too much changing, but there have been a few interesting position changes. So we've got Keisha Richardson now in the lead. Can't Drive, of course, going to come down this time by. Who else got Hubilex possible? Hubilex was still in 2nd. Ross stayed still in 3rd. John Doe's moved up a couple spots. He's up to 4th now. And Nia as well moved up a couple spots. He's up to 5th. And Kyle Busch has fallen back down to 6th. And the last of the back markers just catching up to the rear of the field. Bob Hunter, the one that got spun. Actually, where is there's Ernie Irvin. There's Can't Drive on pit road, and yeah, you can rejoin the field here. Can't Drive now a lap down. Let's see if now we can stay out of the way of the drivers for the rest of this race. I mean, wonder, why does Can't Drive even race? And to be honest, I don't really know. He's just there to be slow. Well, to be honest, he's a moving chicane. Anyway, so lights are out on the pace car, so we will agree next time by, and Can't Drive is well going to make his way up to the top of the field. Alright, but for some of the drivers that are falling back like a rock, they might be able to use this opportunity now to get back up front. So lots of varying strategies at play now. So I'll definitely see what happens once we restart. So let's fast forward a little bit here. And pace car gonna pull off here. So Keisha Richardson didn't win that long ago, is going to lead them off. can't drive right next to him. And here we go, green flag back in the air in Charlotte. Previous drivers having navigated around a very slow-moving can't drive. At top 5 now, I'm trying to make a breakaway. As a top 5 array of drivers have now broken away from the drivers behind them as they got caught with can't drive, but can't drive still actually causing a jam. This hope it doesn't result in any accidents though. Anyways, some battling now going on for second as Ross Chastain moves away underneath. Blake Spolstek's going high. He might lose a couple spots here. Here goes Chastain. Yeah, ooh, Blake Spolstek up second. He's going to lose a few spots here. John Doe and Nia getting into this as well. I see someone spin. No, I guess it was just my peripheral version just playing with me. I thought a couple times I saw a couple spins, but no, I guess it's just my mind playing with me. Alright, so getting to what's actually happening. So Keisha Richardson out in front, and drivers behind trying to do things, as well as the rest of the field behind now having to catch up. Hubi Lexpos now goes underneath Chastain with another overtake for second. And the field behind slowly but surely catching up. And Chastain now the one being stuck high. Here's John Doe and Nia trying to go beneath him. Now here is John Doe being pushed by Nia as they try to get around Ross Chastain. Meanwhile, various drivers behind are trying to catch up now. And Nia now makes her way around Chastain, and Chastain now falls a little back down to 5th. So now I've got previous winners from the season running 1, 2, 3. So hey, we could see a repeat winner today. Actually, well, 1, 2, 3, and 5. 4 different winners from this season now running in the top 5. The only non-winner here is Nia. Let's see if she can finally get a first W. As Hubi Lexpos goes beneath Keyshawn Richardson. And Hubi Lexpos to the front. But here comes Keyshawn Richardson and John Doe. And John Doe's gonna make it 3 wide here. John Doe with a very aggressive maneuver on these guys. It's not really going to pay off though. Now they're in multiple lanes wide. And John Doe gets up to second. And I've got proof like 1, 2, 3, 4. Hubi Lexpos is now the one being stuck high. Also, can I just say, this number 14 Solo Sports Machine, it's made so many starts in the series, and so far, it has absolutely no wins. Nothing. This car has been around for a year and a half now, or a season and a half now, and so far has absolutely no wins. And that being said, the field behind is now caught up. It's going to get rather interesting. There we go, past can't drive again. Once again, the field is going to have a challenge here to get around can't drive without getting slowed up here. And Keyshawn Version almost gets caught up here, but luckily no sausages yet. Gage Richardson though, he's just gonna go round by us. Hubie Lexpo's still gonna lose a spot here. That's allowed Kyle Busch to move up to 4th. And so for the field going clear by Can't Drive here. Well, anyway. Oh, was this multiple wide racing? And Nia up to 3rd, and John Doe trying to get up to 1st here. The drivers have split the lanes. And John Doe is going to clear Keyshawn Richardson. And John Doe into the lead in Charlotte. Here is Nia, also trying to get up an extra spot, and Nia as well gonna get past Keisha Richardson and move up to 2nd. So Nia, who has started out running pretty well today, still looking for redemption after her just thing that happened at Sandown. I can't talk enough about that, how Nia was in prime position to win and she blew it with 2 laps to go. And Nia is still looking for redemption. Of course, a win in this series wouldn't be as big as a win in Cup, but I think Nia would still like to scratch that one off and get something of a win. Because just a few weeks ago, Russell David got his first career win in anything, and Nia is still looking for the same. She's still looking for a first career win in anything. And what's even more insane about that is she's run a full Cup season, won a lot of Siemens National Series races, and so far, no W's. She came very close one time and wound up throwing it away. And now she's off to a good start in this race. Let's see what she can turn this into. And she's now to the back bumper of John Doe, who is now your leader in this race at the moment. But Nia trying everything in her power to get around John Doe here. Now what's it with Russell David? Wow. All back down to 38th. Yeah, unfortunately, Russell David is having a complete 180 from one week to another. That was a thing. Anyways, on that note, so running mostly single file for the time being. I'm not sure if we'll pit stops again in this race, but we'll see. And here is Kyle Busch, who is now working back up through the field and is trying to go for another couple spots here. And it looks like some bumping. That's just some silly sauce. Use with that silly sauce boombox. I don't think I can do about that either, I'm afraid. And here goes Nia to the bottom lane, and Keisha Richard coming with him as well, or with her as well, I mean. And Nia up to, well, not 2nd yet. She still has to clear John Doe. And here is Noah Gragson trying to make it 3 wide for 2nd. And Kyle Busch being shoved high. Kyle Busch was right there, gonna fall back a bit now. And Nia up to 1st and trying to clear John Doe. And it looks like, nope, still trying. Still yet to clear John Doe. While Can't Drive is coming up, so Nia might actually be able to use Can't Drive as a pick to run away with this lead. Maybe. But run away for now. We still have the whole half of the race left to go. Nia, though, she clears them. And Nia going to clear John Doe. And now she has the challenge of getting around Can't Drive without losing any, or losing too many spots. Or losing any spots at all, really, because she's in 1st. And Nia gonna go right on by Can't Drive. Not even a challenge. She just shoots right on by. Still behind though. Ooh, Hubie Lexpo's getting pretty low on the track. And various drivers had various amounts of success, although Noah Gragson the one to get by the quickest. And Noah Gregson now in second. And quite a few drivers behind jockeying for position with Can't Drive again. You're going to see that a few more times in this race, though. But Nia is up to first and leading by a decent margin over Noel Gregson. Now that being said, we still have more than half, just a little more than half the race left, so anything can happen. But Nia in the first. And once again in her career, Nia is in a position to score her first career win. Now, of course, this would be a Siemens National Series race win, so it wouldn't count towards anything as far as championship-wise. But you know, you look at it in the same way as you looked at Russell Davids' win. It was still a big win because it was a long time coming. This will also make 3 wins in a row for part-timers, and also first win for the Solus Motorsports number 14 car. And actually, Solus Motorsports as a whole hasn't been that good this season. Edwin and Henry, they've been there, and again, I barely talked about them because for some reason they just haven't been running up front that often. And same with this 14 car. This 14 car has been traded by 3 different drivers now. You have Nia and Rebecca sharing this car, and you also had Connor driving this car on a couple, well, so far one occasion. Caution is back out as we're midway through this race. Another caution indeed. And it looks like this was a pretty big spin. Looked like it was another single car spin though. Okay, well, it looks like looks like it was another back marker, but I think I know who caused this one, and it was, yep, it was the only Can't Drive. Oh my goodness! So Can't Drive for a second time. Can't Drive gets involved in a shunt with a back marker. This time, once again gets into Ernie Irvin, and then gets spun out by Jeff Green. So once again, a back of the field crash with Can't Drive and a lap down car. Well, not like a back marker. Wow. Well, we're definitely going to see pit stops now. Well. Well. There you go. Another crash. What happened at the tail end of the field? Again, the tail end of the field. What is it? What's with Can't Drive now? 2 times in a row, he's gone involved into a spin with some back markers. If Can't Drive was never, if Can't Drive wasn't in this race, we could have gone green flag. Except, funnily enough, Ryan Sieg Racing decided not to run the 38 car this week since Kyle Busch was running. Since Kyle Busch was running this race, we would have an extra car. So, in turn, Ryan Sieg Racing decided not to field the 38 car this week, so this way Can't Drive could race. And so far he's caused 2 cautions and 2 spins amongst the back markers. Now, of course, this is the back marker cars, so they're not really doing anything special, but still. So, of course, Nia first went up pit road, so let's see if Nia can come out and first as well. Another detail worth mentioning. Okay, Nia gets into Keisha Richardson a bit there. And luckily, though, she's still the first one off of pit road. Pit road in general, though, pretty busy place. But Nia, however, doing pretty decent in this race, actually. It's a bit of a rarity, but nice to see Nia do well for once. Yeah, drivers might be hoping now that Can't Drive gets involved into one big accident that takes him out of the race, then we won't have to deal with him for this whole rest of the thing. Because, funny enough, Can't Drive, he's been the root of the cause for both cautions today. Other than that, everyone else has been a very good behavior. We've had no big accidents like we saw in the previous couple of races last weekend, because last week we saw 2 very big crashes. Actually, multiple very big crashes in both races. This race, so far, no big crashes. just a couple spins because of back marker drivers, or back markers just not being able to agree with each other. Oh, John Doe's still stuck on pit road. What's up with John Doe? Not sure what's up with him. Well. John Doe was running up front for a little bit, but not sure what's up with him. Wow. Yep, I don't know what's up with John Doe, but John Doe is stuck on pit road. I don't recall him taking any damage, so no clue what's going on. Here's Can't Drive getting back up through here again because of course. Right. Well. Reset and go again. Oh, here comes John Doe. John Doe finally comes back, but he's now a lap down, so he's gonna have to start alongside Can't Drive here. Well, that'll be interesting. Can't Drive actually has a bit of damage on his rear bumper, but of course that's not enough to slow him down. Well then. Alright. About to go back green flag racing once again. And here we go, green flag in the air. Once again. The Highline getting off to a nice start here. Semi-drivers make it past Can't Drive. Okay, only a few actually. Top 5 make a breakaway. Yep, there's Nia out to first, and Keisha Richardson with the move on Noah Gragson up to second. And Kyle Busch getting back to the back bumper of Keisha Richardson and is going to overtake Noah Gragson here as well and gets up to third. And the Candyman Kyle Busch trying everything in his power, but here is Noah Gragson gonna pull the crossover move, and he's gonna shove Kyle Busch to the high line, but Kyle Busch gonna make good use of the high line still and keep his third place position. Yeah, Kyle Busch finally enough racing Noah Gragson, who finally enough used to drive for Kyle Busch's team in the truck series. Gragson ultimately gonna fall back here as Super Lex wants to overtake him for fourth. Meanwhile, Ray Dillon for first. Nia has the lead, but Keisha Richardson now looking to find a way around her. And Keisha Richardson looking for win number 2 on the season and try to become the third regular season or regular driver point of repeat winner. I completely messed it up. Okay, Keisha Richardson becoming the third of the series regulars to win 2 races. And I should say he's heading the 4th driver of them all as Balcom Films now has 2 wins, but of course Balcom Films is a part-timer. Keisha Richardson, okay, there you go. Keisha Richardson trying to become the 3rd full-timer to win a 2nd race. And here he goes beneath Nia. She's going to spoil the party of Solus Motorsports. And Keisha Richardson up to 1st. Here is Kyle Busch as well, though, doing a pretty decent job here keeping up with Keisha Richardson. And Kyle Busch might be looking for an overtake on Keisha Richardson here. Yep, Kyle Busch trying to go for 2 for 2. So, yeah, you have to have a decent amount of multiple race winners up here. You know, Keisha Richardson, who'll be, well, I say multiple race winners. You know, Keisha Richardson, Kyle Busch, who'll be Lexi Pulse, and Noah Gragson as well. The only on-boards up here now are Nia and Freya McShane. Couple girls up here. Wait a minute, where did Freya McShane come from? Wow, I've talked about Freya McShane all day, and here she is now trying to race with Noah Gragson. Meanwhile, here is Nia now going beneath who'll be Lexi Pulse for 3rd. And he was up front trying to get back up front to, you know, get something out of this race. And she's now side by side with Ruby Lex and Pulse, trying to chase down the leaders. As Kyle Busch had a number of troubles today getting past drivers, and here he is now behind Keisha Richardson. But I think people might be rooting for Keisha Richardson over Kyle Busch, as they want to see a series regular rather than King Leech, as Kyle Busch's nickname goes. They will rather Keisha Richardson win this race indeed. But Kyle Busch as well, trying to go 2 for 2 for wins in the Siemens Nash series. So, feel that's getting pretty leveled out right now. No real big movers happening at the moment. Although, okay, there's one move for 5th though, as Freya McShane has now made her way around Noah Gregson. And here we go, about to pass by Can Drive once again. Let's see if we can actually make it past Can Drive without him getting involved into a spin with some back markers again. Alright, so Can Drive already moving high, gonna let the leaders on the low line get past. So they feel we could try to go multiple lanes wide to do some overtakes and stuff, but they're gonna lay off on that. Except Freya McShane, who's now been able to do some stuff. And Freya McShane now overtaking Ruby Lex and Pulse. And Freya McShane, who has had one of the worst seasons of any driver in this series, had so much bad luck. Even when she qualifies well, I've noticed she has something go wrong with her later in the race. But now here she is, 56 laps. We have about 25 laps to go in this race. And she's now up to 4th and about to score her best career finish by a long shot. Like, it is amazing how bad Freya McShane has done this season. Like, it seems like everything that could have gone wrong for Freya McShane this season has gone wrong. But now, 19 races in the season, and here she is moving away from the pack and trying to fight for the lead. Here is Nia getting underneath Kyle Busch. A couple Cup drivers side by side with each other. These two doing battle in this race. Probably preparing to might do some more battle tomorrow. But here they are, a couple Cup drivers. One driver who's famous for his racing here in the Siemens Nash series, the lower divisions in general. But then you have Nia, who's also run a ton of lower division races, but yet hasn't had any success in any of them until today. As for the second time this whole season in any series, she is now in a position to win. And now you also have Freya McShane, and these two are the only two. Oops, I do apologize, but I'll have to cut that out somehow. And Freya McShane now chasing down Nia and others. And girls running 2nd and 3rd. And now here are the two drivers. Here goes Freya McShane underneath Nia. And Freya McShane now starting to chase down Keisha Richardson. And here is Freya McShane catching up to Keisha Richardson as she's made her way around Nia. And Nia's still trying to keep up with these guys. Here comes Daniel Hemrick. He's been running in front all day, but I haven't really talked about him because he hasn't really been competing. But here he is now, Daniel Hemrick in the top 5, trying to chase down the leaders. And with about 20 laps to go, so Keisha Richardson still leads, but you never know what can happen between now and the checkered flag. I can't really say there's been a much cleaner race than what we saw last weekend. Last weekend we had a couple big crashes. This weekend, no big crashes. Only a couple of minor spins with some backmarker teams. Other than that, most of these guys are still in this race. And by that I mean actually racing for position. That being said, however, of course, there are less and less drivers that could actually theoretically win this race. But for the guys that do, still, that didn't make any sense. The drivers that still can theoretically win this race, they are going for it. Here we go, past Can't Drive once again. Let's hope once again the field gets around with that ace. Nia! What's this? Field up and then slow up. Drivers going in various ways and other things going on. And here they come to Can't Drive. Have to get around him. Okay, Can't Drive getting right in front of these guys. And that has allowed Freya McShane to get underneath. And the top lane is now getting stomped by Can't Drive. Oh, dearie, dearie me. Well, that's just ruined Nia's chances to win. Oh man, she couldn't get around him in time. On that note, Freya McShane is now in the lead, and the two drivers that we've been talking about all day are still in contention for this win. You've got Freya McShane, a driver who's having a horrible season. You've also got Hubi Lexenpulse, a Total Motorsports driver looking to improve their stuff. And Kyle Busch looking to go 2 for 2 in the Siemens National Series. And drivers blind still trying to keep up as well. Right now these three have made a breakaway for this one. But Nia, that has just sealed the deal. She failed to get around Can't Drive in time, and her day is done. Well, I mean, her day isn't done, but her chances of winning are over. But that's the challenge of Can't Drive, though. You just got to get around him as quickly as possible. And Nia finally gets going Can't Drive edge to see all the way back there, but she has now dropped all the way back down to 17th. What a fall. Well, better luck next time. She was side by side with Freya McShane, though, but, well, hey, that's just the challenge, though. You got to get around Can't Drive. That being said, however, if Nia can use what she learned today and put it to work tomorrow, then she can still make something happen. But unfortunately, she is done. Well, or no, she's not done. She's not physically done, but her chances of winning today are over. It has now come down to these three, and if the driver's mind can keep up as well. So Freya McShane, who at one point was almost dead last in the point standings. The only driver she was beating was Can't Drive, which is a driver that you don't really have to point with for people. If you discount Can't Drive, Freya McShane was dead last in the point standings. And I mean dead last. Worse than the manufacturer guys, worse than the Jogas Racing Pay drivers. She was doing absolutely atrocious. She has bounced back a little bit in recent times. But I think at this point, Freya McShane doesn't really care about the point situation more. She just wants to go for one. But not if Hubi Lexenpulse can help it. And Hubi Lexenpulse now going beneath Freya McShane. Hubi Lexenpulse, who another driver has been running up front all day, trying to go for another win. And he is now side by side with Freya McShane. And Kyle Busch looking even lower. Kyle Busch. Ooh, okay, he looked low on Hubi Lexenpulse, but not gonna make the overtake this time. The climax of the race is coming up. It's gonna be quite entertaining. Here's Keisha Richardson getting back up through here. And here is Michael Annett, who has come out of absolutely nowhere and is suddenly racing with this group of cars here. But Hubi Lexenpulse trying to give Tobabe Motorsports their third win in a row. 10 laps to go in this race. 10 laps to go in Charlotte. This has been quite the race. And it's definitely going to come down to a rather interesting conclusion. As Hubi Lexenpulse leads, but here is Kyle Busch. Still trying to win. Kyle Busch has been running up front all day long. And with 10 to go, chasing down Hubi Lexenpulse for the victory, but Hubi Lexenpulse starting to hold him off here. But how long can Hubi Lexenpulse hold him off for? Here is Noah Gragson, by the way, back in third. He's gonna go 3 wide, go all the way to the bottom lane, past Keith Richardson and Freya McShane. And Noah Gragson as well, trying to chase down his former boss for second. And is that can't drive? Yet we're about to pass can't drive once again. But this will likely be the last time we have to get around can't drive. So Ruby Lex Pulse just had to get around can't drive absolutely cleanly. He might be able to pass him. Nope, you're gonna have to wait until the corner to catch him. And can't drive, he's gonna go high here. I'm gonna let them go right on by. And the top two get past can't drive with absolutely no problem. Same for various other drivers behind. And this is it. This is now the duel for the win, unless some guys from behind can keep up as well. They've also got Noah Gregson and Keisha Bridgeson trying to help each other out here to keep up with these top two. But with that in mind, Ruby Lex Pulse has the lead and is trying everything in his power to hold off the Candyman Kyle Busch. This could be next season though, as there is the plan for Ruby Lex Pulse to go full-time in the Cup Series for Trabant Motorsports next season, but of course he's having to prove himself in the Siemens Ag Series first. And he is certainly doing that today, holding off Kyle Busch. That is something. You've got series regular in their young days. And by the way, this isn't the first time I can remember a Trabant Motorsports driver having to hold off Kyle Busch. Albeit it didn't happen very much last season, but it did happen once. And actually, what did happen, it was actually at Talladega. In front of a certain former Trabant Motorsports driver had to hold off Kyle Busch for a bit there and ultimately got beat. And here we are a long time after that at a completely different track. It is the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and it is Kyle Busch now chasing down Ruby Lex Pulse. But Ruby Lex Pulse doing a pretty good job here at holding off Kyle Busch. And now, various drivers though, other drivers behind them though, jogging for position. Here is Keisha Richardson still in third, but here is Daniel Hemrick up to fourth. But the battle for the lead is getting closer and closer. Kyle Busch getting closer and closer to the back bumper of Ruby Lex Pulse. But I'm not quite sure if Kyle Busch will have anything left for Ruby Lex Pulse. Maybe, maybe not. This could be it. 3 laps to go. Ruby Lex Pulse having to hold off the Candyman Kyle Busch. Candyman, King Leech, whatever you want to call him. Ruby Lex Pulse has had to hold him off for another 2 laps. And so Bob and Motorsports, who haven't been having the most successful season in the Skills Cup Series, and haven't been having the best season either in this series. Okay, we still have 2 to go, though. We're not going to get quite excited just yet as Kyle Busch gets a last-minute maneuver, a very late-race maneuver on Ruby Lex Pulse. And Kyle Busch trying to spoil the party with just 2 laps to go, as I now try to do some things here. And Kyle Busch, at the very last minute, is going to get around Ruby Lex Pulse. White flag, 1 lap to go at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And at the very last second, Kyle Busch, he was waiting, probably waiting actually. This was probably a strategy by Kyle Busch. Yeah, probably a strategy indeed, although he still has to deal with Ruby Lex Pulse, who might get a last minute run on the high line here. Let's see if we can get a run here. It might come close. No, Kyle Busch clears him. And over the final corner, Kyle Busch with a last-minute pass. Kyle Busch will go 2 for 2 in the Siemens National Series and win the Hot Wheels 300 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Man. Kyle Busch, though. That's going to annoy some people. But Kyle Busch, with a steal from Ruby Lex Pulse. Now, Ruby Lex Pulse is still the highest finishing driver of all the regulars, but that's gonna hurt a little bit as Russell David completely messes up, getting up here and crash into the wall. Probably I said that that driver didn't win, and Trabant Motorsports unfortunately will not go 3 in a row. Well, technically though, they still did come 3 in a row for for thingies, I guess. Like, if you discount Cowboys, still 3 in a row, but to think it could have been a second W for Hotwheels Pulse, but while it was still a very good run for Hotwheels Pulse, he's going to have to just wait a little while longer, it seems like, for that second win, but still a very good effort from Hotwheels Pulse. So, Cowboys still, of course, with the win with Hotwheels Pulse in second, Keith Richardson third, Daniel Hemrick in fourth, Noah Greats in fifth, Chase Briscoe sixth, Nathan Mont seventh, Justin Allgaier eighth, Freeman Chen ninth, Anthony Logan 10th, Michael Leonard 11th, Keith Stanico 12th, Jose Mills 13th, Nia 14th, Justin Neely 15th, Damon Booth 16th, Riley Herb 17th, Russell David 18th, Austin Sinner 19th, Greg Graff 20th, Texas 21st, Decker Fitzwater Senior 22nd, Henry 23rd, Harrison Burton 24th, Tyler Tomasi 25th, Austin Murray 26th, DJ 27th, Miles Slander 28th, Ryan Sieg 29th, Edward 30th, Cody Gofor 31st, Matthew Brown 32nd, Brandon Jones 33rd, A. John Ringer 34th, Ron Stain 35th, Shane Lamb 36th, Sebastian Coquelin 37th, Ernie Irvin 30th, Jeff Green 39th, Bob Potter 40th, John Doe 41st, and Can Drive in 42nd. Well, that was a rather interesting race, possibly the best race of the week, or possibly the best race here at Charlotte this season yet, you know. No big crashes, just a couple minor spins, and to top it all off, we had a pretty good race for the lead. Now, granted, it did come down to the driver that not a lot of people don't really like in this series, stealing a win from a driver that a lot of people have been hyping up a bit, but it's going to come down to this. But Hotwheels Pulse did still put up a very respectable day and comes home in second, but that's going to do it for today. Tomorrow, though, is the big race, and a few of these drivers who were in that race, or in this race, aren't going to be in that big race tomorrow, so that will definitely be a very interesting race to watch. But that's it for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in whatever I make next.